Pranav Bua Thakurta from EduTV, the students' favorite program, Schools and Universities Connect. We have the Vice Chancellor of World University of Design, Dr. Gupta, the famous Dr. Sanjay Gupta. We are thankful to him. In spite of his busy schedule, he agreed to speak to the students. He's the founder, Vice Chancellor, World University of Design. He's IIT and IIMS alumnus, former Dean of NIFT, author, traveler, and a part-time painter. The students are Kinisha Gulati from Birla Vidyaniketan, New Delhi, and Drishti Sharma from Lovely Public Senior Secondary School, Priyadarshi Vihar, Delhi. Drishti Khatri and Gun Pahuja from Mount Abu Public School, Rohini, Delhi. I will request Ms. Kinisha Gulati, New Delhi, to put her question to Dr. Sanjay Gupta. Over to Kinisha.
Thank you so much, sir. I hope I'm audible.
Very much.
My question, is, for a really long time, especially in India, doctoring, medicine, and engineering have been the only real or the most sought out options for a lot of students and a lot of parents also. But today, of course, liberal arts, performing arts, and design has been able to find their place in the world. However, with the increased AI automation and technology, we have really evolved and changed the way that we're working. So with this sudden increase in technology, sir, my question is that, do you think the demand for creativity will still be there? And if so, how will the students be able to thrive in such career paths?
Good morning to all of you. Very nice question, Kinisha. It's a pleasure to be talking to you, and I'm glad that you have such inquisitive questions. So yes, you see, India has been developing over time, and for the first 50 years after our independence, we had to play catch up with the rest of the world. So the focus was correctly put on engineering and medicine, both of which could ensure that the population is looked after and we grow. And once we have reached a certain level of affluence, if you can say, more finer markets have begun to evolve, and that is when design became important. So it has been in the last 2 decades that the design has grown. Now, design is a horizontal across all verticals. And technology plays a very important role, because whatever you are doing, new products, new services, better way of doing things would only come when you apply creativity and allow new innovative things to come up. So nothing actually can develop without innovation. Design would always be there. We have, artificial intelligence came in about 4 years back when it became prominent. Immediately at WUD, for example, we introduced whether they are painters or artists or designers or design managers, they do artificial intelligence because they should know how to use technology and apply it creatively into developing new products or services. Have I answered your question?
Yes, sir, beautifully. Thank you so much, sir. Another question that I think sort of relates to this is, it's great to know that technology sort of is a helping hand towards design, but especially in India, there are a lot of parents that are still skeptical or unsure about such career paths, and they're confused about such paths. So what would you, sir, would say to such parents, and what would you advise them?
Yes, that's true, because parents would be from my generation. So I give usually them my example. I'm an IIT engineer who came into design and happened to be doing quite well. So that's okay. But today, what I can tell your parents is that even the starting salaries of a designer is higher than that of engineers. if you leave aside some top institutions like IITs or NITs, rest of the average engineering graduate would not get as much as a good designer would get. Almost all corporates, leadership positions like CDOs, chief design officers. Right? So I don't think your parents have anything to worry about. Design has emerged as good a career as engineering.
Thank you so much, sir. It was an honor to be able to ask you such questions.
Thank you, Dr. Gupta. Thank you, Kinisha. Now I will request Gun Pahuja from Mount Abu Public School, Rohini, to ask whatever query she has.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm going from Mount Abu Public School, and it's an honor to have you here. So I wanted to ask, you have been into fashion industry. So have you ever dealt with any sort of celebrities?
Celebrities.
And if you have, it's always been portrayed that celebrities are very arrogant towards when it comes to fashion. So how do you deal with them?
Good question.
Good questions. It has put me to thinking, yes. No, we have dealt with our share of celebrities. And most, but if you're talking about the fashion world, most of the fashion celebrities happen to be either my student or were taught at a time when I was, at NIFT. So, the way we deal with them is different. They would not talk or show arrogance. But, you're talking about arrogance. The reason for anybody to show this kind of work is because celebrities are usually mobbed, right? So they're also, at the end of the day, professionals who are doing their work. Their time is as important. And in some point in time, if they are, busy doing some work, they may not have time to give, but then the fans insist. So, their reaction may come across as arrogance, which may or may not be actually there. With me, my experience has never been to get any kind of arrogance from them. We have dealt with Bollywood, with people, almost every year we have a student fest. So some singer or the other always come down, and we have Anuv Jain, for example, this year. They come and they sit with us and have a cup of tea and chat, and it's like a normal person. So I'm not sure I'm reacting exactly to what you are looking for, but it's a question which is out of my expertise.
Thank you, sir. I would request Drishti Sharma from Lovely Public School, Delhi, to put her question. Over to Drishti Sharma.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, am I audible?
Yes, very much.
Yes.
Sir, I, Drishti Sharma from Lovely Public Senior Secondary School, Pradarshini, Bihar. I feel very fortunate to having someone who is associated with India's first and only university that is dedicated to education in the creative domain. Sir, our principal, Dr. Bhavna Malik ma'am, she focuses on a child's development in every field of interest. But sir, a hindrance is often caused due to society's misperception of designing as an offbeat career or as an add-on to a proper career path. So my question to you is that what we at our school level can do to promote designing not only among just students but also their parents.
So I think it's the word design which really gets them to interfere, because they do not have a good understanding of this field or the career related to this field. And at school level, if it is not design, it is design thinking that you should be talking about, which is out of the box thinking. which can be applied across all streams, including science and including mathematics or something. How do you teach mathematics? How do you teach science, which is different? For example, one of my teachers, while talking about radio waves, brought a radio in the class and then turned it around, opened the box, and shows us where and how the sound is coming and is being conveyed. Right? So everything became clear in half an hour. It was an out-of-box thinking, which got us all ahead of the curve. So design thinking is something which can be incorporated in schools everywhere. As subjects, I think art is there everywhere. And instead of some predefined ways of working on the art, if students are given freedom to creatively express their feelings, that itself can form a very good foundation when you go into a creative career. So schools can play a very good part.
Thank you so much, sir. So we'll surely try to incorporate this design thinking curriculum into our school.
Now we have the last question from Drishti Khatri from Mount Abu Public School, Rohini, New Delhi. Over to you, Drishti Khatri.
Thank you, sir. A very good morning to all of you. So it's an honor to have you here. So my question is, you have many achievements that left us completely awe you. And it's clearly shown that you must had an epic childhood. So can you share some of your childhood experiences which led to the phenomenal journey of academic leadership so far?
Actually, I had a very good question, Drishti. But I had a very average childhood. I was part of a middle class family. My father and mother both working, one in government service, the other a primary teacher. My mother was a primary teacher. And, at that point in time, the whole focus used to be either you play or you study. There was nothing much to do. There was no internet disruptor. So yes, I was a good student, so we studied well. And I also had a hobby in art and painting, which I continue to practice. And even when I went into the college, IITs, I used to go to every student festival and compete. You kept your hobbies, your interest alive. And that's how, at some point in time, I found that the happiness for me comes more out of my hobby than out of the subject which I have studied, the engineering. So I decided to stay back or convert from engineering into design and go full-time into design. So that's how my career happened. And all I can say, any learning for you is, if you have hobbies and interests, keep them and keep practicing them. Don't ever leave them. You never know how and when they would become a mainstream for you. Yeah, Drishti, have I got?
Yes, thank you so much. So can I ask one more question?
Sure.
Okay, sir, I want to ask, what's your biggest learning experience from this amazing, successful journey, which have motivated you further?
So the biggest thing which I feel is that if you have a dream, you must chase it. Okay, don't let it go. Opportunities would keep coming, and at some point in time, you'll find that opportunity to convert your dream into a reality. This university for me, World University of Design, was a dream, because whenever I would go to any other institution in other universities, I find that design is common, whether it is art or architecture or design or fashion or product design. People think they are different. They're not. They're the same. There's a common stream running across all of them. So the dream was to create something where people would correctly look at this and grow and synergize with each other. And that's how WUD was formed. And I think I have, my dream is achieved. It's a very nice way to, nice of you to ask this question because it helped me share it. But go chase your dreams, guys.
Thank you,
so
sir.
much, sir. I would like to thank all the students also. And Dr. Sanjay, it is always pleasure and very informative hearing you. And today, I think all the students will remember throughout their life about the highway counseling that our Vice Chancellor gave. Thank you so much for the highway counseling, sir. Thank you, sir.